Toronto's scandal-plagued mayor continues to fight on despite calls for his resignation by debuting his own TV show just hours after Toronto City Council voted to limit his powers. Rob Ford, along with his city councillor brother Doug, talked about Rob's recent confession of smoking crack cocaine. On the show, Rob Ford demanded that all members of city council go through a drug and alcohol test, implying he's not the only elected official in Toronto that has issues with substance abuse. Earlier in the day, Toronto City Hall was a scene of chaos. City councillors voted overwhelmingly to take nearly all powers away from Ford. Toronto's mayor has had his budget and staff slashed by 60% and is now left with as much power as an ordinary city councillor. During the debate, Ford stalked around the room and at one point got into a heated verbal exchange with another city councillor, which ended when the mayor made a kissing gesture at the councillor. Later, spectators in the visitor gallery began to call for the mayor's resignation and shouted, "Shame, shame," which prompted Ford to charge at the gallery, but in the process collided with Councillor Pam McConnell, almost knocking her over.
This is a seat of democracy. It's not a football field. It just wasn't ready. And fortunately, the mayor's staff were in front, and they stopped me from hitting my head against the wall.
After the vote, Ford said that the move was akin to an overthrow.
This is nothing more. This is nothing more than a coup d'etat. And if you don't know what a coup d'etat means, it means that you're overruling a government. And some people said this is democracy. What's happening here today is not a democratic process. It is a dictatorship process.
Ford's brother and city councillor Doug called the move undemocratic.
What is happening today is an overthrow of a democratically elected mayor, illegally. This is what you see in third world nations. You don't see this in Canada. You don't see this in the United States. You don't see this in the UK. We're talking about a third world nation overthrow here.
Toronto's mayor was thrust into the spotlight earlier this month when he admitted to smoking crack cocaine while in office. A day later, a video was released showing a visibly angry and drunk Ford threatening to kill someone. Another few days later, and Ford made headlines once again when he used obscene language while denying allegations that he had made a sexual pass at a female colleague. Ford says he's made a few personal mistakes and that there's no reason for him to quit his job. The only way for Rob Ford to leave the mayor's office is if he steps down or is charged with a criminal offense. And as neither situation is likely to happen anytime soon, Ford could very well be making headlines for quite some time to come.